Hold on a moment. Good evening, everyone. It is good to be here. Let me take a look right here. All right. Want to make sure everything's looking good. I don't know if it is. I just want to check on something really quickly. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a review of SmackDown that just went down. I'm getting a little bit of a fuzzy mix-up here. Just give me a moment. I'm going to quickly go to the comments. How you doing, guys? I just want to make sure that everything is good. Is everything good? I just want to make sure of that. Seems to be. Yeah. Just give me a moment. All right. This is a review of SmackDown. What's going on? Because, oh my God, that was quite the show, wasn't it? Whew. Well, where do I even begin? SmackDown tonight was in South Carolina, and it was wild. It was crazy. And I enjoyed it because we actually had a great follow-up from the Royal Rumble and a lot of great matches that took place. So, before I get started on talking about this really quickly, I'm going to quickly post this. Wow, this. Folks, this is a word now. These are the member shoutouts. If you are a member and you hit that join button, you will now be featured on my live stream. See these names right here: Damian D, Shade the Fox, StayLoafinTV, Emperor's Throne Room members, Noel Wood. As it says right here, hit the join button and you can be featured in the member shoutouts, both in the live stream and the descriptions of my videos. So, yeah, if you hit that join button right now, I'll put you in for the future streams because I want to say, you guys, thank you very much for being such wonderful people. You guys are the best fans in the world. And now let's get down to business of which will be SmackDown. SmackDown tonight was, everybody was talking about the Bloodline because the Bloodline had a big deal. The big deal, of course, was the whole thing with Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, the Usos, and, well, at this rate, Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa is honestly, like, you know, kind of a background character at this point. So, you know, he's like, okay, I'm just sitting around here. You know, I'm waiting for my turn to do something. You know, okay, waiting on something. Thank you. And, of course, well, Jey Uso, after what happened at the Royal Rumble when he walked out, was not shown on SmackDown tonight. However, Sami Zayn was there. And, my God, it was absolutely wild. But that was only just parts of it because, as I'm going to put right here, these are matches results that took place. Oh, look at this, folks. First off, I want to say, Jordan Love, welcome to the YouTube memberships here to be part. So it looks like your name is now going to be on the next stream, which very well could be tomorrow. Tomorrow, when I'm talking about NXT Vengeance Day, folks. So, Jordan Love, thank you very much for joining up. And to anyone else, if you want to join up, go ahead and do it because, well, you guys are the best fans in the world. All right. So, as match results, SmackDown kicked off with the tag team tournament finals as Braun Strowman and Ricochet took on Imperium. And as we all know, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I was kind of expecting the whole thing to not go down that way. I thought Imperium honestly had it. Because, you know, Braun Strowman and Ricochet, they were not even in the tournament to begin with, and yet there they are. Water is very good, folks. Drink water. So, Braun Strowman and Ricochet got the win over Imperium. Gunther got kicked out at one point. And, well, honestly, like, at this point, even despite the situation that the Usos are in, I know for a fact, they are not losing to Braun Strowman and Ricochet. You can bank on that. Sasha Banks. Just kidding. Screw that. And, of course, in addition to that, Charlotte Flair retained the SmackDown Women's title against Sonya Deville. Even though I know for a fact that after this, Sonya Deville is still going to come up with some sort of excuse to get another rematch with Charlotte Flair, which this time hopefully will not happen. But knowing WWE and their intentions of liking to do rematches, even with Triple H in control, what are the odds that we're going to have that too? So, you know, get used to that, folks. All right, folks. Now what do we got here? We also had the Viking Raiders. They took on the Brawling Brutes in tag team action. And of course, Sheamus and Drew McIntyre have some bones to pick with those guys. And, well, let's be honest. It's good for a while, and I'm still waiting on one thing. When is Valhalla gonna actually wrestle? When is she gonna wrestle? I mean, I mean, don't get me wrong. That outfit she's got, wonderful, magnificent. The deer antlers, the feathers, awesome, very awesome. But I still wonder: is Valhalla ever gonna actually compete in the ring? That's something I want to know. I bet that's something everybody else would like to know. And of course, well, Natalia defeated Shayna Baszler, Zelina Vega, and Shotzi to qualify for the Elimination Chamber, where the winner will challenge Bianca Belair at WrestleMania for the Raw Women's Championship. Now, how's this? I'll be honest, like with that sort of thing, I get the only reason that Natalia probably won is because, well, the Elimination Chamber is in Montreal. It's in Canada, so I guess you cannot have a elimination chamber. Actually, you can't have a WWE event in Canada without Natalia. That's probably the case. You know, I've always wondered myself, is there a chance that was ever going to be a thing? But that was the only matches that took place. But there were other things that took place as well. Like one example being Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy. Uncle Howdy just did a random jump scare, and that's it. No follow-up to what happened with LA Knight. No follow-up to Uncle Howdy literally just throwing himself into the pyro machine for whatever reason. And no follow-up to those giant life-size Firefly Funhouse puppets who keep returning, but then never show up. How is this even, like, working? Like, I always ask myself, how's that even working? So, the big thing was that Jey Uso wasn't here. That's because, well, he kind of dipped on the bloodline. Roman Reigns sent Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa to, well, send Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa to go ahead and have some sushi dinner at a nice bus. I'll be honest, I don't like sushi, guys. Tell me in the comments, do you like sushi? Anyways, then of course Roman Reigns called out Sami Zayn, accused him of, well, turning against the bloodline, as we all figured. Sami Zayn using them, and then, well, Sami Zayn, to that monstrous pop from the audience, showed up, attacked Roman Reigns, and boy, that was awesome. That was freaking awesome. So when I saw that happen, Sami Zayn challenged Roman Reigns to a match. Roman Reigns accepted it, and it's going to be at the Elimination Chamber in Montreal. And Roman Reigns had the best way of putting it. I want to destroy you in front of your family, your friends, your wife, your kid. And that is absolutely awesome. That was honestly a good way of putting it in. And we all know that Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, they're going to steal the show. All right, that's the rundown, the majority of the rundown, the review. I'm pretty sure I missed a couple of things, but, well, there wasn't that much else I did. There was also the whole thing with the Judgment Day, NASCAR, Rey Mysterio and the New Day, where Rey faced Dominic Mysterio, but not in a wrestling match, but in a race. In a race. And Rey Mysterio won while they were quoting Ricky Bobby from Talladega Nights. Good movie. Go check it out if you haven't. All right. Now I'm going to go right here, and because I got a new member here, what did Jordan say? Valhalla will compete the same day Scarlett does on TV. Well, to be fair, Scarlett did kind of have a match already, since she returned with Karrion Kross. Valhalla, on the other hand, she used to be in there as Sarah Logan, but this character has not exactly, well, done that, All right. What do we got here? Yeah, I like sushi, especially with soy sauce. Soy sauce, sushi. Well, here's the thing. I was never a sushi guy. And that's okay. That sort of stuff happens. Either Asuka, Liv, or Raquel will win in Montreal. If I'm being perfectly honest, I don't even think Bianca Belair is going to face somebody from Raw. I mean, look at SmackDown. Charlotte Flair is set to defend against Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. It's a Raw wrestler challenging for the SmackDown title. So I'm going to assume that maybe Bianca Belair is going to face somebody from SmackDown. And that's where maybe someone like Liv Morgan or Raquel Rodriguez comes into play. So that's where I'm thinking. Bianca Belair is going to face somebody from SmackDown because Charlotte Flair is facing off against somebody from Raw for her title. You know what I mean? So that's where we're at on that. So I'm going to say that if this happens, what if Bianca and Charlotte do lose their titles to the respective brand stuff? Are we going to do, once again, the whole switcheroo, exchange the titles? Or maybe not. Maybe we'll actually have the WWE draft take place and we can actually have, the champions get drafted over to the other side. You know what I mean? All right, what do we got here? I'm going to take a look at some more comments. What we got here? Sushi is disgusting, Mr. McMiracle. Oh, my God. There's very few people around here that call me Mr. McMiracle. Hello from the bucket man himself. Yeah, I know who this is. Folks, it's a good friend of mine. We play video games together. Part of a gaming crew. It's fun. So, there's that one. Why would they book Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns when Triple H doesn't view him as main event? Okay, first of all, I'm just going to put this out here, folks. Just because you read something online doesn't mean it's actually true. How do you know Triple H doesn't view Sami Zayn as a main event material? How do you know any of that is true? Because maybe someone like Fightful.com tells it. I'll be honest, for majority of the time, their news is accurate. I'll give them that. But I'm just saying, even they don't know everything. How do you know for sure that Triple H doesn't see Sami Zayn as main event material? How do we know that? We actually don't know this stuff, folks. We got to quit, assuming things right off the bat that what we see is legit, because a lot of the times it could very well not be. We're not exactly in those, conference rooms. We're not exactly listening in on everything. And besides, I know for a fact Triple H himself wouldn't literally just say to somebody, hey, yo, dude, come here. Yeah. Hey, I don't like Sami Zayn as a main event competitor. Don't go telling anyone that. See what I mean, folks? It's absolutely crazy that anyone thinks that I'm just saying, just because you see something on the internet that says that, well, Triple H doesn't see someone as a main event talent, that doesn't mean it's a fact. You got to take things with a grain of salt. You can't just rely on these news sources to be telling you the truth, because sometimes they can be wrong, That's a possibility. That stuff can happen, Okay. Oh, what we got here? J Chip Show is a new member. Welcome, folks. Now you're going to be on the shoutouts list on my future streams. That's awesome. What do we got here? Same guy before. Plana Productions. It's Plana, not Pilana. So that's a funny name. Got info saying that Triple H is not viewed as a WrestleMania headliner. I'm just going to be pointing out here, Plana Productions. He's a guy I've collaborated with a couple of times. He's chill to me. We've hung out a couple of times, like exchanged a few DMs here and there. But I'm just going to point out, if you're trying to look at some place for accurate news material that is truth and not a possibility of being false, I wouldn't go to Plana Productions. But I also would not go anywhere else, because everywhere you look, there's a chance that something is not real. There's a chance that something is not true. Okay, so you got to just realize that's a possibility. So take everything with a grain of salt. WWE draft will happen the week after WrestleMania, I think. Well, I heard about that. Ronnie D, Diesel reactions. First off, yeah, Diesel reactions. That sounds cool. Are you in league with Kevin Nash or something? Just kidding. Don't answer that. You probably tore his quad in getting that name rights. But I'm hoping the draft takes place after WrestleMania, because I remember when it used to do that. WrestleMania takes place, then there's the Raw after Mania, and then the following week was the draft. Those were good times. All right. Let's see. You should get your news from Wrestle Talk. Okay, I'm just going to be pointing out Wrestle Talk, also good guys. I've collaborated with them a couple times. They're also chill, really nice. I'd like to collaborate with them again. But they're not the ones who come up with the info. They're relaying the info, just for that record. Wrestle Talk, I've seen what they do. Sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong. But the thing that honestly pisses me off about Wrestle Talk and shit, and a few other people, is because not about them themselves, but about the audience on social media. Is these guys like Wrestle Talk, they share info. They don't give the sources by saying, hey, we're the ones who came up with this. And yet people are giving them flack for that. You know what I mean? So, you know, there's that going on. It's just a shame when someone relays info that they heard of and they don't take credit for it. And yet they're the ones who get the flack for it. That's not fair. Would I collaborate with Adam Blampede at all? First of all, did I even say it right? Blampede or is it Blampede? Blampide. Pied in the face. I don't know. But I have not, I really don't know. I have not heard about a potential collaboration with Adam Blampede. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'd like to. No shit. I ever thought about doing a New Japan Pro Wrestling like everything loves Wrestle Kingdom 12? I used to do New Japan Wrestling Sins, but unfortunately, New Japan copyright struck my channel. There's the reason why those New Japan videos I actually posted were removed. And that's because New Japan gave me a copyright strike and removed all of them. So as a result, I realized, oh my God, they really are that sensitive. It's a thing that Japan has, folks. You know, they're really protective of their content. So in a way, I respect them for that. Do I like it? Would I love it? But no. Much as I would like to, it ain't up to me. Much as I would want to do a Sins video on New Japan, knowing how sensitive they are, I do not want to mess with that. AEW, on the other hand, never mind. Let me stop right there. Okay. I'm going to scroll up a bit, see what we got. Oh, what we got here? I think Kota Ibushi is going to start a wrestling school, though. That's awesome. That is amazing. You know, I like it when wrestlers actually do that. I like it when wrestlers actually go ahead and actually, like, you know, help out with the new talent of the future. That's always good. You share your stuff, you share your experience, and you give it to them. That's what we need, honestly. I deserve 1 million subscribers. I do. I really do. But hey, I'm just gonna put it out there, folks. I'm not in this for the fame. It's lovely that you guys subscribe to me, and I appreciate you for doing that. And it's great that you hit the join button and become a member. Matter of fact, I'm going to share the members list again. There it is again. And it's wonderful that you guys support me so much, but I'm just going to point it out that I am not in this for the fame. I'm not in this for the money. I am not in this for the, you know, hey, look, it's Christian Miracle. That's just an added bonus. I am doing this mostly because I want to make people happy. It doesn't matter how many or how little. I mean, I used to get 100,000 views on my content daily, like video by video, back when I started my big rise in 2016. I don't really do that much anymore. I barely scratched 10,000 views on my hits, but look around. I'm just going to point it out here, folks. I don't believe that's on me. That's on a lot of things. And a big thing is, like, look up at them other YouTubers who were, you know, big and well known at the time when I was. Look at them now. They don't get even like 2%. Their views don't even match up to 2% of their subscriber count. So it ain't on them. Like, you know, you've been doing this for a while. Eventually, you want to try something else. You know, I'd like to try something else. Like, that's why I'm doing these live streams. I'm enjoying myself talking with you guys, and seeing all the comments and seeing all the support means the world to me. Would I like to get 1 million subscribers? Absolutely. So if you want to subscribe to me and tell other people to subscribe to me, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it, folks. I don't even know what that's about. So I'm sorry. I don't know what that's about. I think it's time Drew McIntyre should turn heel. Should he turn heel? And would I like to see him turn heel? Whoa, that's a 3 question. Okay, you're asking me. Let's see this. Do I think it's time for Drew McIntyre to turn heel? Should he turn heel? And would I like to see him turn heel? Isn't that the same question? Isn't that the same question? Jonathan Wilder, first off, thank you for supporting me. But you probably should have just stopped it at, do you think it's time Drew McIntyre should turn heel? You're asking me, Do I think? Do I see? And should he? That's three things into one question. But let me say, Drew McIntyre is a heel? Perhaps, but I'm not going to hold my breath. I just enjoy what I see, and I just go with the flow. That's me. That's all. That's how I've always been when it comes to watching wrestling. Unlike most people who are just going to whine and bitch and moan on their podcast for 3 hours, I'm a guy who's actually just going to sit down, enjoy what I'm doing, watch the show, and if I don't like something, oh my God, that sucked, and then I'll go ahead, have a drink of water, go do something else, and then move on with my life. So, if Drew McIntyre turns heel, I'd like that. Am I going to hold my breath? Not really. I'll just see what happens. You make content as well, and you legit get depressed when you start thinking about the numbers. Yeah, here's the thing. That's another reason why I try not to think about, how much views I'm getting, how many people are subscribing. Because if I was just focusing on the numbers, the moment they started going down, I'd be panicking. And I'd be like, oh my God, what am I doing? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Oh my God, I'm failing. What am I doing? And then I realized it's unnecessary stress. It's putting me through a lot. I shouldn't have to deal with that. So maybe I won't do that. So I'll just take a moment and I'll breathe. And I'll just go with the flow. And I've accepted by this point, folks, that I know I'm not going to be doing YouTube forever. But I decide when I'm done. The viewership, they don't decide for me. The people who watch me or the people who hate me, they don't decide for me. I just do it because I love to do it. And that's what you should do too, man. J-Chip Show, I support you, man. And I hope you continue making content. Enjoy yourself. Have a great time. And think optimistically. That's what we're always about. I think it'd be a major missed opportunity if WWE wouldn't capitalize on Sami Zayn momentum at WrestleMania, and could Cody Rhodes get Batista reactions? No. I don't think so. Hold on, I'm going to go back to your question in a moment, but first off, I want to say, someone from Connor Hall says, hello, Christian, and this person is watching my live stream on Facebook. How you doing? It's good to see you. You're being broadcasted. It's nice to see you. Have a great time. Thank you for supporting. Go ahead and share this video, too. All right, back to this guy's question. Maybe it could be a major missed opportunity if WWE doesn't capitalize on Sami Zayn's momentum. But the thing is, I don't have a problem with Sami Zayn not facing Roman Reigns at WrestleMania and not, I don't have a problem with like the whole thing with Cody Rhodes. And no, I don't think Cody Rhodes is going to get Batista reactions either. So I don't think we have anything to worry about that. It'd be unfortunate if he did, but I don't see it happening. I'm okay with Sami Zayn taking on Roman Reigns at the Elimination Chamber, but outside of that, I don't think I just can't see Sami Zayn on top of the world. And that's not a personal thing. It just is what it is. But Cody Rhodes, he's got a really good story, and I really think he's the right guy to take on Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. I don't think he's going to win. I think, honestly, Cody Rhodes might fail. That is possible. We always thought this guy was going to win or that guy was going to win. Then it never happened. So we got to be prepared just in case. All right. Next question. Have I thought about doing sins on other people's content like King Vader or the LA Wolf? Nah, I'm just saying. I like what I do, and I think it'd be cool. They'd probably like it if I did sins on their content, but no, thank you. I think I like what I do for now. There's a tag team match between Strowman and Ricochet versus the Usos for the SmackDown tag team titles, or only the Undisputed. I don't know. Because the whole tournament, it said it was for the SmackDown tag team titles, but the way they showed the graphic on SmackDown, it makes it look like it's for both sets of titles. So, where are we going with this? That's what I wonder. Have But Sami Zayn is Universal Champion. Cody Rhodes is WWE Champion by the end of WrestleMania 39. 2 main event players. See, easy fix. Easy fix for a little bit, but you got to realize that maybe it probably won't be a good idea because I'm just saying Sami Zayn is a great wrestler. Fantastic. And not to mention his stuff in NXT, absolutely fabulous. But I don't think they would end Roman's, like, by that point for WrestleMania, 940-day reign. I don't think they would end that for Sami Zayn. I'm just saying. I have a better idea on who I want to dethrone the long reign, but being WWE champion, I think Cody Rhodes should be WWE champion only. Just that title only, because that's the title he wants to go after. The titles are not even unified. That's a false advertising. Just because he's defending 2 belts at once doesn't mean that people are going for only one title. He's fighting for 2 titles. 2 of them. 2 of them pretending that it's one, when it's not really one at all. I'm just saying, guys. All right. Do I think the world and tag title should be split up in the near future? Do I think? Yeah, no, sorry, let me say it again. Do I think the world and tag title should be split up in the near future? Yes. Quickly. They honestly never should have been put together in the first place. That was a big mistake, and I knew that from the first moment it was first teased. I'm just waiting for the moment where it finally happens, and I can say, well, apology accepted, WWE. Who knows? I'd like to. I just might. Maybe soon. We don't know. It's our secret. Don't tell Tony Khan. Okay, this is actually a good one. Would I rather watch Gunther versus Brock or Gunther versus Sheamus versus Drew? For WrestleMania, Gunther versus Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre. But for a later time, I would totally like to see Gunther and Brock Lesnar. But, sorry, I'm just saying not right now. Not right now. I'm saying, like, I get their nice little tease of the Royal Rumble, but we saw so many teases of other matches at Royal Rumble as well. So, I don't think I'd have Gunther face Brock for the Intercontinental title because I know Brock ain't going for the Intercontinental title. All right, what do we got here? Roman Reigns should have gone up to 1,000 days. I honestly want it to happen. I honestly want Roman to be Universal Champ for 1,000 days. I want him to lose the WWE title so that could be over on Raw, but I would like the Universal title to be, put in that scenario. That'd be great. I'd like to see Roman Reigns lose the Universal title at WrestleMania 40. Down to who? Well, good question for another time. As much as you want to be excited for Elimination Chamber, still should have stayed as No Way Out. I'll be honest, if they just kept it as No Way Out, then maybe that wouldn't have to change the name for, German countries because, they call it No Escape over there due to, well, we're not going to go there. But Clark, I want to say, I like the profile picture. That looks awesome. Whew. Yeah, that's what I think will happen. Brock Lesnar will take on Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania. I even said, like, from their crown jewel match, after that ended the way it did, I'm like, okay, their scores are even 1-1. They should have one more match, and it should be at WrestleMania because they had their first match of the Royal Rumble. They had the second match of Crown Jewel. How great would it be to end it all at WrestleMania? That's what I'd do. Okay, folks. Well, it's been about half an hour, and this was just a quick reveal of what went down on SmackDown. I wanted to hang out with you guys for a little bit. Not much else really to talk about, but I want to say right now, before you guys go, that I will be predicting the events of NXT Vengeance Day tomorrow around 2 p.m. Eastern Time. So go ahead and get ready for that because I'm excited for it. I'm going to put that stream up early so that you guys can hit that bell notification and you guys can be ready for it. Because Heel Balor myself, we have a lot to talk about. And NXT Vengeance Day is going to be fun. Because I love NXT. So once again, folks, this was a brief SmackDown review. Thank you guys very much for joining me. And I will admit, yes, I see the Wi-Fi logo. I've been having some unstable connections, but here's the thing: my router's now down here, and everything's been put in, and I have a cable connected now. My cable is connected. So if there's any more issues, well, I'm going to contact my provider about that. I apologize if I've been cutting out for a few people because sometimes, this happens. And I'm just going to put this out. It was freezing cold today. It was freezing cold today. Yeah. This was honestly one of the coldest days in Toronto history. It was like negative 18 Celsius. That's practically in the negatives of the Fahrenheit. Imagine that. We're honestly reaching freaking Manitoba and Saskatchewan weather here. So this is all it for this live stream. Thank you guys for joining me. And I want to say I love you guys very much. And always remember to think optimistically. And to the new members who joined in, thank you very much. You go ahead and hit that join button and you could be presented in the stream for the next videos. So good night, everyone.